subscribe, like, do what you want, really. And here we are, folks, as promised, the update on my Reggie Parks custom WCW World Heavyweight Championship / Big Gold. Thank you so much for all your interaction and your views on the previous video. Much love to you. Now, as I always do with my belts, when I've lived with it for a couple of weeks, I like to revisit it because you'll probably see in the original video the excitement of opening, in this case, the box that this belt came in, and you're just kind of looking at it and it's so much like the sketch and you're kind of overawed and giddy, all those positive feelings, and a lot of that still exists. But naturally, the more you look at something, the more you live with something, the more you notice little tiny little flaws and issues. Nothing major, to be honest, nothing like the updates on the previous belt. Dav, full eBay name down in the comments, has done a great job on this, or rather, their belt maker in Pakistan has. So let's look firstly at a few slight issues that I have discovered in the belt since living with it for the past few weeks. So firstly, I'm just going to have to move this. It is a very, very heavy belt with, as it happens, a very, very, very good flop. Look at that. Love it a lot. One of the things that I did notice, taking a closer look at the belt, was on the sides of these NWA rings. Now, hopefully, if I can get that to focus in there for you, just bear with me a sec, you will see that there is some corrosion there. It's kind of half gold and then it becomes a kind of mucky green where it's maybe oxidized, definitely either not plated right or some kind of chemical reaction gone off there. And that's true of a few of these NWA rings along the belt. But again, it's nothing that's enough to spoil your enjoyment of it, because you mostly look at this straight on. You're not really going to be examining the sides of those rings. What else? Well, I also thought centre plate placement is a little bit off. So if I tilt this towards you, you'll see that the top part of this WCW doesn't quite sit perfectly with the stitching going on around the edge. And that is pretty much equidistant, the stitching from the edge of the leather all around there, which suggests that this centre plate is a little bit too far to the left. I think the whole thing needs to go just a few millimetres to the right so it properly sits within that arch there. And that, of course, has had slight knock-on effects elsewhere on the belt. Now you think, oh, a few millimetres, what does that matter? But a few millimetres up here can make a huge difference down here. So let's just have a look at this front plate. Let's have a look at the distance between this corner of this plate and the leather. If I put my finger there, it's about this much. If I move it over there, there's not the same distance. There's a greater distance here than there is here. Now the point of the belt pretty much sits in the right place, but the whole thing needs to go over that way a little bit and be rotated around maybe just a touch. Well, it'd have to be that way, wouldn't it? In order to negate this huge gap opening up here and maybe open up a slightly bigger gap there. So let's move it to the right, rotate maybe slightly anti-clockwise, and we might be all right. That then has had another knock-on effect, which of course, everything really goes from the centre plate, I would assume, when you're putting these together, that you centre and move outwards, which has then meant that these rings on this side are not in the same place as these rings on this side. So if you have a look on the left, our top ring is just below the arch on this part of the plate, and the bottom one is just pretty much in line with the point there. But if we move ourselves over here, our top ring, look, appears well beyond the top arch there, and the bottom ring isn't actually at the corner, it's above. So again, because this is slightly displaced, those have then gone in at a strange place as well, which then, like I say, has slight impacts on the side plates that come along with it. Now, fortunately, these rings seem equidistant within themselves. So within the side of the belt, it's pretty much, if it was a self-contained thing, that's all right. We've got the 3, then that, then the 2, then that, then the 1. They're pretty much in line. This one might slightly need to go around that way a little bit. And likewise, on this side, this also makes sense internally if it was just one thing. 3 to 2 to 1. But as I've said, they're not actually symmetrical. which is slightly annoying, and you can see it from the angle, can't you? These ones are quite a bit higher than these ones. Few little issues with the paint as well. Again, I can't decry the effort of Dav because I know this was done by hand, but you just start to notice, if we just have a look there, we've lost some of the black in the M, which is a little bit sad. I can always fill that in though, it's not a big deal. And we've also just got some iffy white there and gold on the Italian flag, where I think that might just be how the etching's been done, but yeah, it's not quite a complete white block or green block, or maybe just because the way it was etched, they decided to leave that line of gold in, maybe rather than make a mess of it. Anything else? Well, my only other one complaint, and it's not a big complaint, it's probably too strong a word, is look at the size of this plate, okay? We've gone 4mm, a huge chunk of metal there. And yet the actual detail on the belt, if we just start to turn that, there's not very much depth there. I think we could have had some real contrast with a really nice deep etch. And then some of these other details, maybe the stars, maybe these old school wrestlers, maybe the globes, little bits of this could have really lifted off the plate just to give it that really super duper finish. You know, it looks nice, it reflects nice, it feels nice. There's a little bit of depth there, maybe a millimetre or so, but I reckon with the huge weight that is that centre plate, we really could have gone to town with a deeper etch. Now I just want to have a quick talk about some things I wished I'd asked for. So this is nothing down to Dav. These are things that I didn't ask for, but now I see the belt, I'm kind of like, should I have done that? Should I have asked for that? The first thing is, I wish I'd have gone maybe dual plated on these side plates, just to pick out these kind of floral details, I guess they are. They're kind of like leaves and squiggles. Just because there's a lot of gold there, and it might be nice to pick those out. But then again, it might have been too much. I don't know. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise. The other thing I'd have liked to have gone for is a curve, or at least more of a curve in the centre plate. There's a very slight one. I'd have liked a more pronounced one. And then, as I've just said, a deeper etch. I think there's been a slight missed opportunity there with the amount of metal that is on this belt, to not have those details as pronounced in some places, and this kind of quote-unquote 3D and lifting off the plate in others. But on the whole, super happy with it. Even my wife likes it, and that says a lot, because she really normally wouldn't comment on this type of stuff. So thank you, Dav. So now we're going to move along from this update and look at how it was made. I'm going to put together all the images and videos that Dav sent me into a little bit of a story to show how we got from the sketch to the belt you see in front of you. So what you're looking at is the digital render of my sketch, and this is what took most time when we were making the belt. Lots of back and forth between me and the team in Pakistan to make sure that everything was in the right place. Once this was sorted, everything else went swimmingly, and the creative team were really good and really patient, because I am super picky. That digital render is then put onto some fancy pants tracing paper, which is itself then placed onto the plate of metal that's to be used. This will then take an acid bath, where effectively the acid eats away at the paper and the plate and creates the plates as we know. The blue bits are just there as part of the acid etching process. We then have glorious gold plates, which are ready to be painted. And we can see some fantastic artistic work going on here from our friends in Pakistan as they get those side plates really up to snuff. Interesting, as we look at the centre plate being painted, that the M is actually coloured in there. It's still black, so I wonder where we lost the paint. I'll have to go back and check my earlier videos. Et voila, we have plated and painted plates, and all that remains is to put them into the leather. And I chose a nice sky blue to match the blue of the Reggie Parks globe. And there we have it, folks, a custom Reggie Parks WCW Big Gold. Thank you for watching. Keep watching. Take care. Ta-ra now.